and subscribers. I am so thrilled to be back with you guys for another Pick a Card. And I want to welcome all of the new viewers. If this is the first time you're joining me, welcome. My name is Odessa. I'm the Mystic Intuitive Healer, and I deliver messages through the cards that help you to awaken, heal, align, and grow. So in today's reading, I'm going to be focusing on your next big success. I'm going to be highlighting to you what that success is going to be, what area of your life it's coming to you in, and of course, I'm going to highlight what you need to do to make sure that this success comes through to you smoothly and quickly. So I have 3 piles for you guys to select from, and I want to mention that this is a very special collaboration with my favorite jewelry brand, Ana Luisa. Some of you might have remembered that I mentioned this line in a previous reading. I am absolutely in love with their jewelry. I literally wear it every single day. The quality is incredible. Like, it really lasts, and the styling is so gorgeous. I like to wear a lot of jewelry, and I can wear a lot of their pieces all at once, and it still feels subtle. And I also love the motifs that they have on so many of their pieces. A lot of the jewelry has symbolism on it that feels very spiritual to me, and I love that because oftentimes I will select a piece of jewelry based on the intention that I'm setting for that day. The motif will help remind me of what my intention is, and then I'm constantly bringing that to my mind, which is assisting me with my manifestations. So definitely go and check out their website, because I am positive that you're going to find some pieces that you love. And if you do fall in love with a piece of Ana Luisa jewelry, make sure that you use the discount code Odessa20 and you will receive 20% off. All of the links are below. So as I was saying, I have 3 piles for you guys to select from. Pile number 1 is partnered with the rose quartz stone and my new favorite chain necklace. I love this. I've been wearing it daily. Pile number 2, citrine points and this rope ring. And then pile number 3, apple phyllite point, and then this 3-star cluster ring. So you guys are going to get a chance to see a close-up of the crystals and the jewelry as well as the cards in just a moment, and I will see you at your pile. Hi, pile number 1, welcome back. So you picked the rose quartz crystal as well as this beautiful Ana Luisa chain necklace. And as I mentioned in the intro, I am so thrilled to be collaborating with Ana Luisa Jewelry. They are my favorite jewelry brand. I wear their pieces every single day, and I'm positive you guys are gonna love them as much as I do. You can check out their current line by going to their website. The link is below. And if you do find some pieces that you can't live without, make sure that you enter code Odessa20, because they have graciously offered all of you 20% off of your purchase. And as I mentioned, all of the links are below. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I have announced the winner for my free reading giveaway. You can find out if you have won that giveaway by looking at my community tab. So let's get into this reading. I'm going to be looking at what your next big success is. So let's find out what cards you received. So you've got the Hermit, followed by the Fool, then Athlete, Intuition and Manifestation, Haystack, Karma, you'll reap what you have sown, Freedom, the Moon, 2 of Pentacles, as well as adaptability. Ooh, so it looks like there are some positive rewards that are headed your way. With the Karma card, a lot of people associate karma with negativity. They feel like they're being punished, and it's connected to karma. But karma is neutral. It's all about balancing energy. And what I can see is that you have been doing a lot for other people, possibly self-sacrificing. This might be a situation where you've been prioritizing the needs of your family or your friends or your workplace, and it has sort of thrown you out of alignment. It's possible that you have gone through some sort of loss. Maybe there's been some health concerns. Maybe there has been some sort of loss of income, or there's been a loss of a relationship. There has been a need for you to withdraw and spend time on your own. And even if there wasn't a physical loss, this might just be a situation where you just needed time on your own. You needed to be able to self-reflect. There may have been certain aspects of your past that you had been struggling with, and by taking that time out to reflect, you were able to reframe those situations, possibly empowering yourself so you don't feel like you are being a victim and you're not at the mercy of other people's desires. But it could also be a situation where you started to see the silver lining on those events. You started to look at it in a different way. You gained some sort of knowledge, and it helped you to feel optimistic about the future. Now, this might not have completely happened yet. This might be a process that you are embarking on right now. The Fool is talking about starting a brand new journey, one where you're feeling extremely optimistic. You're really surrendering to your intuition. You're allowing spirit to guide you forward. You're not going to allow your own fears to hold you back. And that might have been part of this. You might have had some questions in your minds about what the future was going to hold for you. You had clouded thinking, and that was rooted in your fears. And because of that, you didn't take steps forward towards certain experiences, maybe certain people, and you may have had regrets as a result of that because you missed out on those opportunities, and you don't want to have that happen to you again. Now, I want you to know, if that has happened to you, it's never too late. It's always open to you. If it's meant for you, that doorway will open to you. It won't be the exact same experience. It won't be with the same people, but it will be similar, and it will be just as rewarding. So very soon, you are going to start to reap what you have sown. Some of this positive energy that you are going to be projecting out into the universe is going to start bringing forward positive manifestations. Now, it does look like you might have to put in a little more work to get there. There might be some physical changes that you need to make in your life. This might be a situation where you've had health concerns and it's related to, how much exercise you're getting or what you're eating. You might have certain allergies and you just overlook those and eat those foods anyways because you love the way they taste. So you need to sort of reassess those things because you might be holding yourself back. Now, it could also mean that you're not stepping into your full power and strength, and you're allowing other people to have control over the actions that you take or the way you feel about yourself, and you're going to call your power back. You're going to find that balance. You're going to prioritize what you need, and with that, you're going to liberate yourself. You're going to have this freedom. So once that starts to happen, all of a sudden, your manifestations have more strength and things will start to rapidly change for you because you're going to be using all of your energy towards what you want. So we manifest through our thoughts, words, and actions. We are creating our present by thinking about what we want to experience, what we think we deserve, what we think is fair, and then the actions that we are taking. So be mindful of how you talk to yourself, how you talk about yourself to other people, how you express your ideas, and what you think about the thoughts and actions and responses of other people. My thoughts on that are that you should prioritize how you feel and not sort of take other people's opinions with a grain of salt, because of course they're struggling with their own decisions and their own life, and no one knows what you need better than you. And your intuition is speaking to you, it's not speaking to them. So, they might have helpful insights because we can get messages from our guides through other people. They can be very synchronistic at times, but you still need to make sure that you're listening to your own heart. And then when those opportunities present themselves, you're going to take action. Now, not everything is going to move at the pace you want or be aligned the way that you want it to be at all times. So you might have points in time where you sort of stumble. There might be disappointments still. That's just the nature of being alive. This is like soul school, and we learn a lot from those disappointments. So recognize that. If you start to pursue something and it doesn't work out the way you want, you don't get the outcome you want, it's possible that you are actually selling yourself short, that you are settling. You might not think you are, but you might be assuming that you can only reach the first level of success, whereas your guides feel like you could reach the fourth level of success. So they won't give you that first level of success. They want you to push through. They want you to aim for that fourth upper level of success. But of course, they are going to give you some rewards that are going to come forward to you to keep you motivated, to keep you going forward. Now, the word innovation is coming forward. So the new opportunities that are coming forward to you might feel very out of your comfort zone. They might be extremely innovative ways of thinking. What are these new manifestations that are, woo! This is beautiful. Okay, great. So, oh my God, lovely. So for some of you, this is related to a relationship. For some of you, you've been possibly accepting a lot less from your partners than you deserved. You've been putting in all of the effort, and I think that you felt like you had to sacrifice certain aspects of self to make a relationship work, and you're going to break that cycle. The moon has come out again. There was a lot of illusion. You may have been in alignment with people who had a lot of passion, Knight of Wands. They were probably very, very sexy. They were probably very determined, and like they had major goals. They have exciting energy to be around, that fiery energy. But maybe a little bit focused on self, and they wanted you to be focused on them as well. It was like you were supposed to be their backbone, their support system. But then who's giving back to you? Maybe initially you thought, oh, this person has like so much going for them. I want to support them. And of course we should want to support our partner, but it has to be an even trade. And you've got here the Two of Pentacles coming out again. So that has been missing from your life. Now, the reason I think it's about relationships is you've got the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So the physical success that you're going to have in your life, that true abundance, all of like the financial comfort and the creature comforts, the security in terms of like having a nice house, a car, all of those things is linked to the partnership that you have. For you to really have all of the things that you want, you have to start choosing people that are on the same page as you, right? Because of this manifestation. If you are settling for less than you deserve, the energy that you're projecting out into the universe is that you really are happy with getting less than what you truly desire. So you'll continually have opportunities that come forward to you that are good, but they're not completely fulfilling, right? So break that habit, right? Just make a different choice. And this is really, really close to being able to happen for you. This is one of those situations when it comes to success where it's more about destiny than it is about fate. And I think that a lot of people get confused about what those two terms mean, but we have both aspects at play in our life. You have fated events and you have destined events. Fated events are events that are going to take place in your life no matter what. They are going to happen. You can't stop them. And the reason for that is because they're pivotal in your growth, but they're also connected to other people's storylines. So they're like the pillars that are holding up this vast network of stories, and those are sort of the points where we join, and they have to move forward exactly as they're designed because they're related to so many other things that are taking place. Some of them you'll be aware of, some of them you won't. You won't have any idea how they're affecting other people, but it's significant nonetheless. Then you have your destined events. Those are like those highest vibrational pathways that are available to you that you can take advantage of, but you have to choose them. You have everything that you could ever need to open up those doorways, but you have to put in the effort. You need to walk through that doorway. You also have to believe that that doorway can open up to you. So it looks to me like this is one of those destined events. You can have this glorious soulmate connection with an individual who really, really understands what it means to be in partnership, wants the same things as you, will support you when you have dreams that you want to take action on. They will give you that freedom to be you. And then of course you're going to reciprocate that because you've already been doing that for other people. It's just been lacking from there hasn't been the reciprocity. And that is when all of this glorious abundance comes forward, because you're going to be planting wonderful seeds of abundance, and they are as well, right? Instead of having only half a garden planted, you're going to have a full garden planted. So this is really beautiful. It looks to me like it's going to be slightly different for each of you. For some of you, I feel like there might be a business that you're going to finally launch that you haven't had the time or energy to do. For others of you, there's some travel involved. There is moving to a new city or a new country. Some of you, it has something to do with pursuing higher education and getting your credentials. There are some things that you have put on hold because of other people's desires and ambitions. So I want to get some final cards and just see if there is some further guidance on things that you can do to bring this wonderful success towards you. So what else can you tell me about pile number one's future success? Wow, I love this. Okay, so you got the addiction card. It did come out in reverse. So the bottom of the card says, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit, which is exactly what I was saying. I think that you have possibly partnered with people that were maybe a little bit narcissistic, maybe a little bit self-serving. Maybe you've fully been with people that could be labeled as energy vampires, and they were just taking. And like I was saying before, you've been telling the universe you're okay with that. So then you manifest that. Now, that might seem very unjust, but through that process, you learn not to do that, right? So you're an infinite being, you live forever, you're going to have multiple lives to come in the future. If you learn that you have to focus on what you really want when you're manifesting, you won't have to endure the same pattern for the remainder of this life or any of the lives that are going to be coming up in the future for you. So nothing is lost. No matter how painful something is, you are learning something that is vital. It's going to be very, very helpful. This is not your only life. This is just one chapter in the story of your soul. You also got Don Juan, which is all about seduction and romance. And I really think that someone's going to be coming into your life that just sweeps you off your feet. And this is somebody who is really going to fight for you. This is in a healthy way. I mean, they're really going to show up for you, and they're going to make it very, very clear, I really like you. I want to be with you. I'm invested in seeing where this goes. And they're going to walk the walk. It's not going to be something where like they feel it, they tell you that this is what they want, and then they disappear, or they, you know, start changing their actions towards you, or their energy goes off. No, 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 no. This is going to be someone you can really rely on. What do you need to do, though, to open up this doorway for yourself, this big success, this partnership, which I'm being asked to mention once again that this is just the gateway to other success. It feels like it's a domino effect. You're going to have a healthy partnership. Maybe it starts off as just a friendship. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a love connection, but it does feel that way to me. Like it's likely to start off as friends and then move into something more concrete. But then it's going to position you so that you can have career success, a better friend group, other goals that you want to achieve are going to come into being. Okay. So, yes, oh my God. Okay, so you got the Knight of Pentacles. So basically, you're going to start having the clarity that you need to be able to execute your goals. This might be a situation where this person comes into your life and they're able to give you clarity. They have some skill or some way of looking at things that just helps you to shift your perspective, and it's perfectly timed. And you're going to have something worth celebrating. You got the Four of Wands. So this can be talking about building that solid foundation, possibly having the financial freedom and security that you need to purchase a home and all of those lovely things that I was talking about before. But this can also be a card talking about marriage and commitment, possibly even having children, a joining of families. So this is absolutely gorgeous, and my eye is really being drawn to this fire energy. There's just, you're going to feel so passionate about life. You are truly going to recognize this for the success it is. Now, I feel like a lot of the shifts and changes are going to be taking place for you over the next 6 months to 8 months. It will depend on each individual, and it depends on how open you are to this change, but that's just the starting point. This is going to take years to fully blossom, but you're going to enjoy the ride. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This was such a pleasure. I would absolutely love to know your thoughts on the reading. Remember about Ana Luisa, the 20% off. You can enter code Odessa20 and the links are below so you can get that discount. And as I mentioned before, check out my community tab to find out if you won the free reading. And if any of you guys are interested in working with me, I do private readings. You can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my services and booking information are listed there. I do tarot card readings. I also do spiritual coaching, which is like a live tarot card and channeling session. I can connect you with your spirit guides. I also do Akashic Records past life readings, and I do Reiki. It's all distance, so it doesn't matter where in the world you are, I can work with you. If you have any questions about any of the services that I mentioned, please reach out. I would be happy to answer your questions. I absolutely adore all of you. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to the next reading with you. Take care. Hi, file number 2, welcome back. So you picked the citrine point in this gorgeous rope pattern Ana Luisa ring. And as I mentioned in the intro, I am so thrilled to be collaborating with Ana Luisa. They're my favorite jewelry brand. I know you're gonna love them as much as I do. If you wanna check out their current assortment, you can go to their website. The link is below. And if you find a piece that you absolutely love, they have graciously offered a 20% discount on any purchase. All you have to do is enter the code Odessa20 at checkout. And I also want to mention that I have announced the winner for my free reading giveaway. So you can check that out on my community tab and find out if you were the winner. So let's get into this reading. We're going to be finding out what your next big success is going to be. So the first card that you received is Peace, followed by Innocence, Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. Gambler, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Strength, the Magician, as well as the Four of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and Principal. Oh, wow. So it looks like you've been going through a rough patch. It will be in different areas of your life. There's a lot of you that watch this. So for some of you, it has to do with love. I am seeing 2 swans here on the Peace card, or partnership. For others of you, it can have something to do with career with this Queen of Pentacles, but ultimately, I feel like you're exhausted. You have been through a major battle. I feel like you might have started something new. You might have started your own business, and you were sort of innocent about how much effort it would require to get to a place of success. And I think that you went into it optimistic, full of enthusiasm and joy. You definitely put in the work, but you are exhausted at this point. And you might be at a point where you're exhausted, you love what you're doing, but you're still not seeing the rewards that you need to see. And you're starting to wonder, am I even going in the right direction? Like, is this even worth it? And I definitely feel like you are at the precipice of major success, but at this particular point in time, you're being guided to take a break. You're being guided to center yourself, meditate, start thinking about what fills your cup. Allow yourself to have a bit of a break, maybe a vacation, because once things really start picking up, if your energy is low, you're not going to perform as well. You really need to be centered, grounded, feeling good, really rejuvenated. I know that especially if you are running your own business, it might be a one-person show, and if you're not there doing the work, no one else is going to pick up the slack. It's all on your shoulders. But remember that you're not in control of everything. Spirit is in control of everything. This is all being divinely guided to you. You've written yourself a life plan. That's the storyline that you are living. There are certain events that are going to be taking place that you have no control over. Those are the fated events. They have to happen. It doesn't matter what you do. They're going to unfold exactly the way they're meant to because they're pivotal. Then there's also the destined events. Those are the things that you want to experience, but you have to go out and grab them. Now, that might be why you're so motivated to go out and do all of the work. But know that those doorways will never be closed to you. It might not come to you in the exact same way it was first presented, but you will be able to use all of your gifts and talents as the magician to open up a doorway. So give yourself an opportunity to rest. You're also going to be able to get more clarity. Like, there's the number 9 on this Principal card. That particular number always makes me think of The Nine of Wands, which is talking about the wounded warrior. There is a gateway on this door, and I can see a person with a pack. Like, you're moving towards the right doorway, but if you are exhausted, like I said, you're not going to be able to reap all of the rewards. It could be a situation where all of a sudden you have this overwhelming success. All of these clients want to book sessions with you, or all of these people want to buy your product, and you just don't have the energy to actually do the sessions or to make the products. So don't worry. You are going in the right direction. You've learned a lot about what not to do. Also, that's strongly coming forward. You've made some mistakes, but don't see those as failures. That is what's built this solid foundation. That is how you determine what works and what doesn't. I would much rather you have figured all of this out before this major success happens than after, because then you're going to be feeling completely defeated. Right now, you have the tools to be able to put out the fire if something does end up happening. So you're in a really good spot. I just don't know if you necessarily feel that way. I kind of get the sense that you're just feeling sort of mournful is what's coming forward. You're almost feeling like you have, I wouldn't necessarily refer to it as regret. It's just an energy of surrendering, but mournful surrender. Like, well, I always thought I was meant to be a singer. I always felt like this was my calling, but nothing has ever happened. So I guess I'm just going to have to settle for a regular life. No, things are going to work out. So let's find out a little bit more about how this is all going to work out. Like, what does Spirit have in store for you? Oh, nice. Okay, so you got the Judge card. So this is connected to the energy of Libra, balance. It literally says balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So there might have been some ego involved in what you were trying to achieve in the past. So there's nothing like wrong with wanting approval and wanting to be successful in the eyes of others. But if we prioritize that over how we see ourselves, it will lead us down this path of destruction, because then you're handing all of your power over to another person. So there might have been some self-limiting beliefs, or there might have been a tendency to not be completely authentic, maybe wear a mask, maybe bend your vision to suit the desires of another person, and that really wasn't going to serve you. Now, of course, if you're creating a product or you're creating a business where you need to support a client, of course you're going to have to modify what your vision is so that you're meeting their needs. But this feels like it was more about approval versus perfecting what you were doing. So just keep that in mind. You're going to be getting to a place where you're much more balanced and you can tell the difference between those two modifications, between those two sacrifices, if you will. Okay, let's get some more. What else can you tell me about this major success that's going to be coming towards pile number 2? What is it? How is it going to manifest for them? When is it going to be coming? Okay, let's see. So the first card that came out is Future. So the things that you're working towards are fated for you. Like, there is a certain element of those events or, you know, those experiences that you have to participate in because it is connected to other people's storylines. Let's see what other cards we've got here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Wands. So this is talking about competition. It can be talking about fighting battles with others. Then the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this could be indicating that you have potentially had some people around you that were not very authentic, disingenuous, possibly even narcissistic, ego-driven. They might have put on a false facade. This might be a situation where you're around a lot of people that have to have a certain curated image and they're trying to sell a product, like, you know, actors or, you know, well, I mean, literally everyone has an element of this, but like if they are entrepreneurs and they're selling a certain business, there is this aspect of them coming forward with all of this exuberance and all of this positivity, but it might be something that they are using to position themselves in a place where they're going to be able to find success, you know, like befriending certain people that can help their career, not because they really like these people, but because they want something from them, saying that they enjoy certain things that they don't, just because their audience enjoys those things. It's a recipe for disaster. Then the Ten of Wands in reverse. So you've definitely been carrying a heavy burden. As I mentioned before, I feel like you've been working towards things and it hasn't worked out the way you wanted. You're like at this point where it's like, when do I get to put these wands down? Like, why do I have to keep working at all of this? But you also got the Nine of Swords. So you are at a point where you can actually make a shift. You can start to engage with your life in a different way, and you can start to manifest things that have a different energy. Because the Nine of Swords is talking about nightmares, but it can be talking about our fears being realized because we're focusing so much on them. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're worrying constantly about how you're going to fail, you're putting more of that negative energy out into the universe than the positive, uplifting, successful energy. And so the universe will listen to that and align you with situations that will be very challenging. So to a certain degree, you're creating some of this. In the past, you weren't. There were real obstacles that no matter what you did, you wouldn't be able to have them turn out a different way. Those fated events I was talking about, but you've overcome them. And now you have to change your mindset, because now you can open up that doorway. You don't have the same barriers, but it might require a little bit of a break. Like I said, like take a break, reflect on what you want, where things are going. Start to ask yourself those questions, like, how am I contributing to this cloud, is what I want to say. Like, are you telling yourself that you're amazing, that you can accomplish anything, that even if there are points in time where things don't work out the way you want them to be, that's just redirection? This is just more guidance from the universe letting me know that I was setting the bar too low, or I was taking a path that might actually be rockier, even though I think it'll be better. You need to like reframe everything. Don't think about it as, oh, I failed. This is, you know, a stupid dream. I'll never accomplish that. No, no, no. You're on the right track. You also got imagination. So for many of you, you might have a dream of doing something very creative. Maybe you want to be a singer. Maybe you want to be an artist, an actor. You want to have your own business. There is a different way of living life that you want to achieve. This might be working to build financial freedom and success in an unconventional way, where maybe you're going to invest in cryptocurrency, or you're going to live off grid. Like, there's plenty of different ways that someone is going to actually move to another country. This might be a situation where you're deciding to relocate to go be near family, or this might be a dream destination. Like, you've traveled somewhere, you fell in love with that location, and you've really wanted to move to, say, Bali, but you haven't been able to convince yourself because you're thinking about how self-indulgent it might be, or the obstacles. you're going to overcome that. Like, I feel like whatever it is that you've been dreaming of doing is meant for you, even if it's unconventional, even if it's outside of the box. You got the Hallow card, which is talking about that divine timing, or that's interesting. What I wanted to say was divine guidance, but I said divine timing. Okay, so there might be some things that you've been wanting to do for a long time, and you just thought you missed the, opportunity. Like, you think that you've missed that doorway because of, your age or the other responsibilities that you have. No, everything happens exactly when it's meant to. People have success late in life, and some people have success early in life. It's just like society and basically like marketers that try and make us feel insecure about ourselves. So they're gonna try and position that true success only happens for a select few. But it's not true. Like, there are so many people that are coming up with innovative, amazing products, amazing artistry, and the world is changing. People are not interested in these perfect curated packages, and they're not interested in hearing the same storylines over and over and over again, where only one select group of people are being represented. So do not think that you can't have that success. That's strongly coming forward. It is going to come to you. Okay, I'm going to get some final cards, a little more guidance on what is going to be coming to you, what you need to do to get there, or anything else that they can tell us about the actual success. Because I know that they keep stressing the fact that you need to take a break. So you might be a very stubborn person. They might have been trying to get you to take a break for a long time. Okay, wow. Talk about success. Holy crap. Okay, so you got the 10 of Wands in reverse. This is the second time that this has come out. So you need to make a choice to set down the burdens. Don't wait for someone else to say, hey, let me take that off of your shoulders. Just drop it. You just don't need to do those things, especially if there are a lot of things that you're doing for others that are perfectly capable of doing them for themselves. Like, of course, if you have children, you have to take care of them. There are certain responsibilities, and they definitely are not able to do a lot of things for themselves. But your spouse, your parents, your friends, your coworkers, many of those people will probably put things on your plate if you're willing to accept it. But they're perfectly capable of doing it themselves. So let them. They might fight you on it if you've been doing these things for them for a while, but they'll get used to it. You need to start focusing on the relationship that you have with yourself and your higher self. Like, really start to build yourself up. You got the Ace of Cups. You also got the Emperor, the World, and the King of Pentacles. So this could be talking about a brand new relationship coming into your life that's really going to help you achieve that massive success. Possibly for some of you, you're going to be on a public stage. This could be related to fame. And you end up getting an agent, or somebody books you for an event, or they purchase something from you. Like, this person, this King of Pentacles, the Emperor energy, is someone who is extremely successful and really knows how to build that success. They understand how to work with the physical world, and it looks like they're going to come into your life. You're going to have this beautiful relationship. Maybe that's a work relationship. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's something more than that. But it's going to help you to figure out how to position yourself, and possibly they're going to take some of the work away from you. Like, so you're going to be able to focus on the creative process, and they're going to focus on the business aspect. It's going to be different for each of you, but there is someone that's going to be coming in to assist you. They're not going to be your savior. You're going to be partners is what's coming forward. And that could be literal, but it could be a meeting of the minds. And all of a sudden, everything is going to start to really change. Lots of money coming in. Like with this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, for some of you, it really will be a divine counterpart, like the perfect business partner or the perfect love match. But you're going to find the success that you've been seeking. It's like you're right at the precipice of something like majorly shifting. Now, I want to point out to you that sometimes we have to celebrate the success that we're given and not be disappointed because it doesn't match the vision that we have in our minds. So if all of a sudden you get booked for a gig, say you're a performer, somebody books you for an event, and you were hoping that this breakthrough was going to be someone wanting to produce your next album. Celebrate the fact that you got that booking. That doesn't mean that that event isn't going to lead at some point down the road to you cutting your own album. Like it can be one of the stepping stones, and you have to be mindful of your gratitude and your energy so that you magnetize more of that to you. So I'm very excited for you. This is really beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I would love to know your thoughts on it. You can leave me a comment below. Definitely go and check out the Ana Luisa site, and remember that you can get 20% off with the code Odessa20. Check out my community tab to find out if you won the free reading. And if any of you guys are interested in working with me, I do private readings. You can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my services and booking information is available there. I do tarot card readings. I also do live sessions. I refer to those as spiritual coaching. So it's a combination of direct channeling and tarot, and I'm able to talk to you about anything that is on your mind. I also do past life readings. I also do channeling with your spirit guides, and I do distance Reiki. So I can work with literally anyone, no matter where you are around the world. If you have any questions about that at all, feel free to reach out. I would be happy to answer all of your questions. I love all of you. I am so thrilled to have you in my life. I'm very happy that I get to do these readings for you, and I hope I see you in the next one. Take care. Hi, pile number 3, welcome back. So you picked the apophyllite crystal and this beautiful star patterned Ana Luisa ring. And as I mentioned in the intro, this is a special collaboration with Ana Luisa, my favorite jewelry brand. And you can check out their pieces at the link below. I've listed their website, and they have graciously offered all of you 20% off of your purchase when you enter the code Odessa20. I also want to mention that I have announced the winner for my free reading giveaway. If you haven't already seen the post, you can check out and find out if you're the winner by looking at my community tab. So let's get into this reading. Let's find out what your next big success is going to be. So the first card that you received is Taking Steps, followed by Wisdom, Communication, Fire, Strong Emotion, Passionate Love or Hate, the Orphan Child, Independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Then the Devil, Temperance, Queen of Wands, the Magician, Wheel of Fortune, Optimism, and Practicality. Wow. Okay, so pile number 3, it looks like you are going to be making some big moves in your life. This could be literal. This could be you literally packing up and moving to a new city or a new country. You are potentially going on a grand adventure is what's coming forward. So that could mean that you're literally traveling. It could also mean that some of you are going to be going back to school, or you're embarking on some new knowledge is what's coming forward. Like you're going to be studying something. It's going to be bringing you a lot of wisdom. This might be something that you wanted to do for a really long time. You might have had a lot of passion about a particular topic or a particular field for a long time. For some of you, it might be related back to communication. And you wanted to be a writer, you wanted to do voiceovers, you wanted to be a singer, you wanted to be a journalist in some way, but you had other life responsibilities. You possibly were even being sort of controlled or manipulated by others. This might have been a situation where you grew up in a family where people didn't necessarily nurture or support your aspirations and goals. Maybe they had their own self-limiting beliefs and they felt like if you stepped out of that comfort zone and you were a success, that would take something away from them. They would feel like, well, why didn't I ever do that? You know, it's this situation where they want to keep you stuck because they feel stuck. But you are going to be moving away from that. Like there's just a lot of forward momentum coming forward with the Temperance card. There is an individual on a boat moving away from the life that they've always known. This person taking steps, moving away. Then the optimism, we've got Venus moving forward towards the things that she loves, indulging in beauty, because we've got the three muses here as well. So it feels to me like you are being honest with yourself about what you really value, what you really desire, and you're not going to allow your past to hold you back. For some of you, it might be a situation where you felt like you didn't have enough money, or you were too old, or there was other responsibilities that you had to take care of. But you're realizing that you can be optimistic about the future, you can prioritize your own desires, and you can still be practical at the same time. It might be a situation where you have to take night school, you're taking online learning, you're going to reposition yourself in terms of your career so that you can work remotely. Like there's just different ways of approaching life that could give you that freedom that you really need. And I think that you also are going to be investing in seeing what you're bringing to the table. I think that you may have not seen your own value in the past. Like I was saying before, people may have taken your light away from you. You might have been surrounded by some people that were sort of narcissistic or controlling, or you had a challenging childhood and that just sort of lingered with you. So you didn't even need other people to hold you back. Your own fear, doubt, trauma did the work for them. But you've released things, or you will be releasing things. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about closing out a cycle, moving towards more abundance. And you are the one that's literally creating this with the Magician. You're the one that's doing all of the work. And it is physical work. Yes, you're doing things that are emotional, mental. You've gained some wisdom, some clarity. And you're possibly talking to yourself in a new way with the Communication card. And you have more optimism, so you're thinking about things in a new way, but you're actually also having to set up this plan of action so that you can realize your dreams. And you are going to be very successful. It might be a situation where you feel very burnt out and you have a lot on your plate all at once, right? Like you feel like you never have any downtime. But it won't be like that forever. And once you graduate or you achieve whatever it is that you've been trying to move towards, you'll be able to let go of the other responsibilities. You'll be able to transition into a new career, or you're going to be able to move to a location where possibly the cost of living isn't as high, so you don't have to work as hard or as long. Like there's going to be solutions that come forward. Let's get some more cards and find out some more about what this major success is going to be, and maybe a little bit more about what you guys need to do. Of course, it's going to be different for all of you, but I am going to try my best to give you as much information as I can. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, for many of you, it really is connected to childhood wounds. Possibly just people saying, you know, like, who do you think you are? You know, you really think that you're going to be able to be a success? You know, no, people like you aren't successful. And that was their own self-limiting beliefs. Like, they were saying it to you, which is very hurtful, but they were also talking to their own inner child. And you are gathering the strength, the skills, the discipline to be able to move towards your goals. There will be an element of self-sacrifice, and there is going to be an element of you possibly having to control or conquer your ego. There might be certain aspects of self that could actually hold you back from achieving your goals. This might be a situation where you don't want to have to start at the bottom to climb your way up the ladder, because you've achieved so much in other areas of your life where you've had a very successful career. Now you're pivoting and you were at management level and you don't want to be at an entry level position. But what I'm being told is if you are able to humble yourself, they are going to recognize all of the gifts that you have without you having to prove that to them, right? They're going to see it in you. So they're going to freely want to give you those opportunities. Just be the best team player that you possibly can be. And you have a lot of innovative approaches to problems. Maybe you're a very innovative thinker. You just have brilliant ideas, and that's what's going to really position you to be able to go from like that entry level position to a position of power. Now, not all of you have this transition taking place for you in terms of career. So it will vary depending on your circumstances. With this warrior energy, this might be a situation where you want to move to another country and there's all kinds of red tape that you have to go through to get your paperwork in order to get, you know, a visa, and you're going to come up with an innovative solution to be able to, you know, shorten that time frame, or you're going to get inventive in some way. You will be able to weather this storm and you're going to get what you want. So let's get some more cards and find out a little bit more about what is to come for you. What is so powerful about this success? What is this success going to look like for you? That one wanted to come out. Okay, so for some of you, if you were called to watch either pile 3 or pile 2, I would recommend that you go back and watch pile 2 as well, because 2 of the same cards have just come forward. 3 of the same cards have just come forward that were connected to pile 2. But of course, only if you already felt called to watch that particular pile. There might be a message that comes forward for you. So the 2 cards that were present in pile 2 were the imagination card and the hallow card. So these are cards that are talking about you having those innovative ideas. You think outside of the box. You might have been a very imaginative child. That might have been part of where all of this sort of conflict came with the adults around you. They might have seen your light. They saw how much you had to offer, and it made them feel insecure. And I hate to say it, but adults can feel jealous of kids, and they can feel jealous of their own kids, intimidated by the strength and power that their own children have. And that might have been the situation for you. And they will be guided through that so that they can overcome that energy, but you shouldn't limit yourself. Reconnect with your inner child, that imaginative spirit that, allowed you to be able to problem solve or to create things out of nothing. And Hallow is talking about this being divinely guided, this being a gift. It's holy. So this ability of yours is literally a gift from spirit. But all of this is taking place for a reason. There have been hardships for you, but it's because you needed to be able to choose the path that you wanted to walk down. So this has been coming forward in all of the readings. This concept of fate and destiny, and a lot of people get really, really confused by that. Fate are the events that are going to be taking place in your life no matter what. You have no control over the outcome of those events. They are fated, and the reason that you can't control the outcome is because they're pivotal. They're pivotal for the success of you in this life. You need to experience something possibly good, possibly hard, but it's also an event that's really going to have an impact on others. And if you don't participate or you change the outcome, it will derail other people's storylines. So it's like that framework, that strong support system that keeps all of the energetic connections that we all have in place. So everyone has a certain element of fate in their life. Then you also have destiny. So destiny is all of the pathways that are available to you that you can choose. They are like your highest vibrational path. The things that you would naturally be drawn to, the things that you desire in your heart and soul, but you have to take action. You have to make choices to bring those into your life. They're not just going to arrive. Whereas the fated events, they're just going to show up. You can't avoid them. So it looks like this success for you, this next major success, is really tied to destiny. So you need to make a choice. You have the Two of Wands here. So you are sort of at a crossroads, making a decision about where you want to go in the future. And that's going to require that you let go of the past. You did get the Death card. Now, death is just a rebirth. Once you let go of the past, the self-limiting beliefs or the things that don't serve you any longer, you are going to open yourself up to so much success. You got the Six of Wands, which is a card talking about victory, you being celebrated. You got the Emperor. This is a leader, someone who is a master entrepreneur, someone who just naturally knows how to navigate through life, to build strong communities, to be respected by people around them, to have people want to hear what they have to contribute. They don't have to force people to follow them. They naturally just command that kind of respect. You also got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a brand new beginning in possibly career. It could have an influence on every aspect of your physical life. So it could be you, like I said, relocating, a new job, a new community. It could be a new hobby. To me, most of this feels like it's related to career. Also, the Nine of Pentacles. So this is also a card, like the Emperor, that's connected back to entrepreneurial spirit, because the Nine of Pentacles has a real strong energy of independence. So it looks like if you have been wanting to start your own business or go in a new direction, you have to choose that, but you're going to be very, very successful. You also got the Knowledge card. So as I was picking up that energy before, many of you need to go back to school. You need to retrain. You might be concerned that you're not going to be admitted into the program. You will. It is part of your destined path. So you have extra assistance. If you choose it, you can have it. That's the whole energy of destiny. So choose it, because you will get it. And if you apply to a program that you really want and you don't get into that program, make sure that you're still continuing to move forward, because sometimes we can have self-limiting beliefs around our success. You might be settling for less than you deserve, and you need to ascend. The Ascension card is talking not only about your spiritual ascension, but it's also talking about how you view the heights of your success. You know, like, are you trying to just reach the next highest level, or are you trying to jump up 10 levels? Because the energy that's coming forward here is that you can jump up 10 levels. It won't be overnight. Like I said, you might have to start at the ground floor, humble yourself, be okay with that, and you will very quickly get the eye of people that are looking for someone with your talents, and you will ascend. You know, you've got all of the abilities that you need to make this a reality. It's just a matter of you doing the physical work. So apply for the programs, you know, start to organize your schedule. If there is a need for you to align with the finances that you need to make some of these things happen, start putting money aside for savings. Don't listen to the self-doubt of other people. They don't know what your path is. This is what you are meant to be doing. It's going to bring you a lot of success and joy. So don't hold yourself back, because you are so close to having this victory. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. This has been such a pleasure. I absolutely love reading for you guys. Make sure that you go and check out the Ana Luisa website if you're interested in seeing more of the jewelry that I have been showing you. Like I said, I absolutely love them, and they've offered you a 20% discount if you input the code Odessa20. And I've also announced the winner for the free reading giveaway, so you can find out who won on my community tab. And I also do private readings. So if any of you guys are interested in working with me, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my services and booking information are available there. I do tarot card readings. I also do live sessions. I refer to them as spiritual coaching sessions. It's a combination of direct channeling as well as tarot card reading, and I can talk to you about any subject that's on your mind. I also do spirit guide channeling, past life sessions, and I do Reiki energy healing. And my energy healing sessions are distance healing sessions, so I can work with anyone, no matter where you are in the world. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. I would be happy to answer any of your questions. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Take care.